Unfortunately, for some dogs that have quite severe aggressive behaviors, we might never be able to find them a home and might have to live out their lives at a shelter. These dogs that may be stuck in the shelter for life, they do have very dedicated volunteers that come in a few times a week to take them out for walks and to spend time with them. And the volunteers really love them. They are as happy as can be despite living their lives out here.
This is Lynnette. She volunteers at Save Our Street Dogs, SOSD for short. As the head of adoption, she's mainly in charge of rehoming the dogs, which means finding them suitable owners and loving masters. But first, this rehoming process, what is it like?
Step 1 of the rehoming process will be getting the adopters to fill up an online form to just find out a little bit more about them and their experience. Step 2, their email inquiry will then come in and rehoming admin staff will then correspond with them or reply them through email. If there's any clarifications on their sign up, she would then do it with them. We will then move on to step 3, where rehoming volunteers will call them, find out a little bit more about them, and then we will then take it to step 4. We will go down to their house. Now we're going to be doing a house visit at a potential adopter's house. The main things we look out for are the safety aspects, so we want to make sure that it is safe for the dog when he eventually comes over. So one of the bigger concerns that we have are windows without grills. If left open, it's pretty easy for a dog to jump. We will get potential adopters to install grills before they bring the dog home. Step 5, interaction with the dogs. This can be done at the shelter once they have confirmed which dog that they want to go ahead with the adoption with. Step 6, prepare the house, set it up as safely as they can. So now we're setting up the playpens to act as a barricade to be placed at the door. Step 7, they will bring the dog home. Homestay period lasts about 1 to 2 weeks. Don't let them sleep in the room with you, so they get too attached to you, and then if you go out to work, just so anxious being separated, they start to bark and whine for hours. Rehoming volunteer will follow up as best as we can with them, make sure the dog is well settled in, make sure they are able to cope, and that leads us to the final step when we sign the adoption papers, and that means this street dog has finally found a forever home.
Wow, okay, that's a lot of steps. And all these steps take about 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes even months. Tediously long, but awesome.
So I am in sales and marketing for a medical company. I started volunteering back in 2012. I think I'm very fortunate because it's a lot of time management. I'm not desk bound. Having chosen to volunteer with SOSD, I can't turn away from the dogs that need help. I can't see myself not doing this. SOSD is pretty much life.